Hi folks, so this is the 2017 orthographic question 1, but what we're going to change it around now for a while is we're going to be doing some sketching. So I've gone ahead and I've sketched up a crate, okay, and we can see in the question there that it's going to be 300 running off to the left, 400 running off, and roughly the main piece of it is 300 high, okay. There's a bit of an arc here in the back, so all these things will always fit into a crate, okay. So I would encourage you to go with that, start off there with your crate, and then we'll start adding on the pieces that we need to, okay. And another tip I'd always give you is to work on the pieces closest to you first, otherwise you could end up drawing stuff that is hidden later on, or you might end up having to rub it out, okay. So with the box drawn, one of the first, and remember now, all our lines now after this are going to be parallel to either lines 1, 2 or 3 in general, okay. So there's a kind of a bar across the front of it here, so that might be the first thing I'll go and draw. And remember, keep your lines nice and light. When you find a finished line that you are happy with, okay, then you can go and you can do that one in a bit heavier. Now, there's that rough shape there. Now the ends on this are going to be rounded, okay. So we can start rounding them in on the left and the right there. And then when you're happy with that, you can start going over it a bit heavier, okay. Now that has a thickness, of course, as well. So we'll now do the outside. That guy probably disappear in under there. Now, after that then, we'll go down, and if you've gone too low or too high with it, you could adjust your crate slightly, okay. I'm going to go down here and we're going to do the front wall on the object itself. Now, we're told in the question there, by the way, as well, I might just let down this a bit. I probably kept that bar a bit low, so you can adjust it down now. We're told in the question that all the material walls in this have a thickness of 20 millimeters, okay. Vertical lines will always be vertical as well, remember that. Straighten that up. Find the midpoint there, and then we're going to join down here and there, like so. Then we can go all the way up here in the back then. Join that guy down. Come in here a bit. Now we can see up here that it starts to curve back just as it comes out above that bar at the front there. I'll do a light line and join them up first. And remember, sketching is all about practice, practice, practice. Keep your lines parallel. Another tip I might give you sometimes is to use a pencil, not as a ruler, just as a rough guide. Keep you going in the right direction. And that will be kind of the front side wall there. Comes in a bit then here. Now there's kind of an arc happening then after that. I'll just do it lightly going over there. We'll do the back curve in first. That'll be about the halfway point. Curve down to there. Curve down to there. And don't be afraid to move around your sheet. Now that line's probably a bit off, so I'm just going to take it down again. Now you can also see there's a bit of a slot here in it, which is in line with this over here, okay? And it copies that. Then we can do the handling a bit heavier when you're happy there. And that is a good chunk of it done already, okay? Now down in the back, we're not going to draw it now, we're just doing it very lightly. Later on, we're going to need to find all of these guys, okay? They kind of give us the place to put that guy later on. Maybe going up there. So I'm just drawing very, very lightly in the piece at the back that I would need for later on, okay? So you'll see bits of it. Now what is going on in that box there is there's a load of dowels, it appears to be. It is attached in between both walls over here, okay? Which is just a series of parallel lines really, okay? So we can drop down the corner there. And we'll just do that very lightly, as I said. Straighten them up. Now there seems to be a run off on a 30-degree line here, so if we pick a point there roughly, and it comes down to parallel to this edge here. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dowels to sketch in, okay? So if we get them there, and what I might do just first of all is we'll space them out roughly. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we have 7 dowels there, and we'll just run them across. And use the pencil there if you need to. Find it a good aid to keep yourself roughly right on track. So we'll do them light as first as always. Now, if you find it awkward, make this object a bit smaller. I'm doing this on an A3 sheet. So if you're doing it on an A4, and usually when you do it smaller, it make it can make it easier as well. A lot of people do find. So when you're happy enough with the lines, go over them a bit heavier then. So I'm just going through these fairly fast now because I don't want this video to take an eternity. Now I'll just put a bit of shade in them to make them stand out a bit. There we have the 7 dowels going in there, and then we finish out the bits now under that we can see. So that kind of goes back to what I was saying about only draw in what you can, you know, what's closest to you first. Okay, so drop down that. Now we won't see that, we won't see where those guys actually meet, okay? Anything else you could do there? Well, you can go ahead, you could colour it if you want to, it's up to yourself. But I do want you to have a good go at that sketching, okay? Doing some shading. Now I'm not doing as much shading as definitely could be done with the drawing, because I don't want the video to last an eternity. Put in all your shading. We usually put in a bit of heavier shading around the base where it meets the ground, okay? But you could do whatever kind of shading or colouring you would like to yourself, okay? So that's a quick 12-minute go at that video. Now, the last part it did ask, and one thing we should definitely be sketching is, how would you join this in? They did tell us that all the walls were 20mm thick. Now, going back to there, what I was saying about, I just stopped the video there because I wanted to, just for you to, on this one, just to do a simple sketching of how you're going to join this guy to this guy. Now, if you cannot see the joints, then please do on the left-hand side or down here somewhere, do a sketch of how this guy joins to this guy here, okay? But on something so small like a 20mm, okay, going for something like a mortise and tenon may not be the best, because you'd only get in about 10mm, and I don't know if it would be that strong really. You could do it, okay? Perhaps another thing you might want to do is, if you were to continue down the line here, and next year I'll be looking for these on your work and drawings off you, okay? So if we wanted to go, you could probably do something like a finger joint on the back, okay, if you wanted to. So just to divide that up there, so let's say this board ran in here, and next thing you had a finger coming out through there. And just following that down, then you could have another one coming down to here, okay? So those could be 2 finger joints sticking out there. Now the board itself might go down as far as here, okay? And it'd be running back in there. Now we wouldn't be able to see that, that'd be in hidden detail. Okay, so if you can see it well and good, just put it on the end. If you can't, do it down here or here. Just a very simple quick sketch of your own idea how you think you'd best join this guy to the sideboard here. So that's it, folks. We're going to be concentrating on sketching for the run-in until the holidays and our joints. So take care and stay safe.